Hi guys, this is Alexis from Reflections of a Bookaholic, and I'm here with another Play With Me. I dug all the way deep into my collection and pulled out a kit, a very old kit from The Giving Girl, probably one of the first that I ever bought. It's called Dreamer, and I believe it's 8 or 9 pages. And so I felt like it actually fit the theme of this week and what I've been trying to do for this month. And so I dug out there and wanted to see what I could do. Interestingly enough, well, not that interesting, but I did consider cutting the bottom washi in half and pulling in other washi from my collection, but I just wanted to keep it simple. I didn't want to do too much, so I decided to leave it alone. However, I did not use the date covers that came in the kit because they were pretty huge. So I kept those for maybe a rainy day when I'm feeling adventurous. And then I went back in my collection and pulled in these date covers also from The Giving Girl, and just kind of pulled these in to match. I felt like they were more in line with what I was looking for and what I've been doing, and I thought it was a good color match. I did pull in other stickers from my collection to just kind of fill in and get the look that I was looking for, but this kit had so many stickers that I really didn't have to pull in much. This kit also came with florals, not as many as kits come these days, but I was able to match the florals, and most of the florals that I pull in for this spread came with the ample amount of stickers in this kit. And so I pull those in. I actually had to foil a February script for the month at the top, and I didn't do that while I was planning. I was like, I'll do that another time, and that's what I did. This kit came with a double box, and I decided to pull it in. Instead of putting it where the quote box would be, I decided to pull it in the center of the spread. I thought that would look better. And I mean, really, for the entire month of February, I was in kind of a weird mood where I just wanted to do some different stuff. Not too different, not weird, not too out of my comfort zone, but I was tired of using the same kits that looked the same and using the same styling that I was comfortable with. So that's where some of this other stuff is coming in. I'm really, really excited and very happy with how this spread came out. So I put in the full boxes. I zoom out so you can see what I did. And the sidebar, I didn't have extra of the bottom washi, so I decided to pull in a full box that had a little room to write in, so I could write in that later. I pulled in an embellishment. I don't remember where it's from, but I can look it up. And then I filled out the rest of the sidebar with a lot of the things that I typically did or do what I typically do. Off camera, I did decorate the date covers, and this is one of those spreads where I really wish I would have done it on camera. I'm not quite it's hit or miss. I never really know what I'm going to be in the mood for. But basically what I did was I pulled in some shapes from my collection. I think these shapes are from Sadie's stickers, or they may be from Crafts by Towie. And I just layered them with some of the florals that came in the kit, cut those up, and also pulled in some heart embellishments and some heart deco to just kind of fill those in. And I really like how it came in. I put dividers on the top of the date covers and between the date covers and the headers. And then I put some of the plain headers that came with the kit above the full boxes and pulled in some headers from City Stickers so that it had that heart in the line there. So it didn't come with the kit. It just kind of used what I had, and I think it came out beautiful. On Monday was President's Day, and I pulled in that script, and I believe it came from Rose Colored Days. And then I just noted that morning, it's off camera right now, but it was showing earlier that this was just family cuddles. Jacob jumped in our bed, woke us up, and Z joined in all the fun, and so we just had some fun that morning. Later on that afternoon, I got a phone call from my brother that a phone sticker I think is from Simply Said Life, and I don't think she's doing these kind of stickers anymore. I got a very heartbreaking phone call from my brother. He had some horrible news, and it just really broke my heart for him. I pulled in some florals and just noted, by the way, that my husband set our backyard on fire, because that's such my life. And I don't even want to talk about fires and barbecue and my husband. There are so many stories to tell, but there's always something weird going on. The food is delicious, but I don't know. So anyways, Jacob pointed out the fire because my husband didn't notice. That's a whole other thing. You guys, we should have a talk over a live or a Zoom where we have some wine and we can talk about things like this, because boy, do I have a lot of things to say. But Jacob pointed it out, and my husband finally put it out, and then I had a huge black spot in my backyard. After that, I did put down a checklist and jotted down some things I did that evening, including driving down south to visit my brother and kind of comfort him a bit. On Tuesday, I started off with the checklist. It didn't quite fit exactly there, so I had to cut it down and try to skimp on it a little bit so I could write down a few things that I did for work. I then attended a Zoom wedding. I had a show cause hearing that morning, but getting to the important parts, I attended a Zoom hearing. That laptop sticker is from the Pretty Pink Co. My first Zoom wedding, by the way. Have thoughts about that, and I'm just going to keep them to myself. So then I put down a half box and put down that bow sticker, which is from Simply Me Kish, and just noted that I ran some errands. I went to Michael's, Target, and I decided to make a third shirt in preparation for our Disney trip. And I was having a blast making these shirts, guys. I hate weeding, but I really had fun making these shirts. I don't know what took me so long. And then I finished out the evening by working out with my husband once the kids went to bed. This is a really short play with me, by the way, guys. I loved editing this one because it was so short and so much easier to edit. So on Wednesday, I didn't want to write too close to the coil, and I pulled in, what did I do? This alarm clock stickers from Samantha May Sticks, and just noted that I didn't get notice of a meeting, so they had it without me. I just wanted to put it there. I didn't attend it, but I was pretty mad that I did not attend it. I went and got my eyebrows and got wax. I think that wax sticker is from Sweet Bean Plans. I'm not sure if it's still in her shop. And then I pulled in a third box, and just to note that I did visit a client at a high school. Visit a client at high school. There's really not much more I can say about that. There's something I wanted to say, but not much more I can say about that. I then put down a fancy box, very similar to, well, probably the same as the ones up top that I cut in half and used above the date covers, and just noted that I went to visit a different client. I think the weather was kind of bad that night, and so I was, trying to get some of these visits done and trying to beat the weather as well. I think it was cold or something, which is bad weather in my book. That's when I want to be home. And I ended the night by noting that we had dinner with my neighbors. Our house was clean because we're getting ready to go on a trip. So that's the best time to have people over. And my husband cooked chili, and we just had our neighbors over and just had a good time. And then on Thursday was an ice day, so there was no school for Jacob. I actually pulled in a fancy box from Nicole Alexia Designs up top, and I'll go back up to the top and you'll be able to see that. And I cut it in half and just layered over an emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to note that ice day. Austin is very interesting. People are quick to make fun of Texas for our ice days because they're not even snow days, they're ice days. And you know what? People should make fun. I remember when I was younger and we lived in Philadelphia and we lived in Chicago. And I remember the first time my parents kept us home because they thought there was going to be no school because there was a lot of snow on the ground. This is when we lived in Chicago. And then there was school. And so the next day there was even more snow on the ground. And my parents were like, well, we can't keep keeping you home when this is normal. And so we just had to figure it out. So Austin's snow days are kind of funny, but I do remember in college, before there were, not snow days, ice days, before there were ice days, I went to college here as well. And there was ice on the road one night, and I'd never seen so many accidents in my life. So many cars totaled, and it was a mess. And there was no snow on the ground. It was just ice. And I think what they've really come to the conclusion is that it's easier to cancel everything, like the cost of all the damage done on the roads and like the little railings when people run into them, like the damage that the county and the city has to pay for after people are on the roads is just not worth keeping everything open. And so it's kind of weird because I mean, the grocery stores aren't closed or anything, but it's kind of weird. But I really think that's where it came from. And that's what I've heard it came from. But I remember that in college and I remember being like, I cannot believe that there are this, I mean, this just much damage from people not being able to drive in ice. So yeah, that was a thing. On Friday, I just noted that I actually did Jacob's routine in his drop off for school. Usually my husband does, but my husband was out of town. I was double booked for training and a mediation. So a good friend of mine came over to be an extra set of hands because I did have Z home with me and I didn't want him showing up on my Zoom. I never want my kids showing up on my Zoom for work. And so she came over and we were both working in the office, and instead of her working in the office, she came to work at my house too, which was nice. My team is still, for the most part, working from home. So on Saturday, I did a breakfast scramble, had some time with the kids. I did a voiceover, uploaded a Play With Me, and then I actually did an insanity workout because I couldn't go anywhere because, kids. And so, but I did want to get my workout in. Then I put on Despicable Me on the TV and I had some fun with the kids. Despicable Me is a current favorite in our household. I did use that mom and kid sticker from Paper Shower just to note that we had a dance party that evening, me and the kids, and it was a lot of fun. Jacob has his own playlist. He's very serious about it. He's always adding songs and taking them away. And then every once in a while, we just have to dance it out and see where his taste is going. And Jacob has impeccable taste in music. A lot of his list is some of my favorites. So, of course, I'm a little biased there. On Sunday, I just noted that I ate leftover scramble and had some coffee. That icon stickers from Crafts by Towie, I'm sure you recognize it. And then my husband got back, and so we kind of caught up on his weekend and my weekend. And then I dipped. I had texted him the night before, just kind of reminding him because I knew he was going to be up late and he was going to be networking and things like that. Like, hey, I understand that you're kind of free and away from kids, just kind of reminding you. And he did. He came back and he was super tired, and I understood that and all of that good things, but I still left. I left and went and got my manicure, pedicure, picked up some fried chicken, and had a call with my dad, and it was great. Yeah. And so that was my week. I think I ended the week by designing a contact card for Go Wild. And that's about it. Pretty quick playing with me for standards these days. I show you the leftover stickers. There's so many. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this playing with me. It was a quicker one. Please give me your thoughts about that in this kit, in the spread, in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.